fastest always and in deepest runs and major finals. But in terms of someone who is, doing wonders for his team, Insani he's a pleasure to watch.
I remember like at Melbourne, sure the opponents weren't great by large, but he farmed everybody. However, let's stop talking about Brazilian CS. We were getting ahead of ourselves. We're talking about the teams at Katowice already, but now sAw versus Nemiga. We're in the lower bracket semi-final. Whoever loses this gets eliminated. Whoever wins, well, they get one step closer to Katowice.
Yeah,
but it's still a very long way.
Yeah, I've saw Nemiga and Nines on the other side. Only one team can make it. And who say it's going to be one of them? Right. Zant is here to play. Okay. Playing a dangerous game, U-Jerk's peaking this man. Finally ends the reign of terror, but ultimately, B-bomb site seeded, man advantage for Nemiga. That was meant to be the lurk in mid, and it just wrecked shop.
Yeah, you've also got Lear in middle, just being like, guys, no one's mid. They're all kind of coming from CT. Issue is, sAw is actually making this contestable, and Lear needs to activate, or at a minimum, Risky Bob needs to survive. Not planted for Lear either. Luckily, no one's on it. They've just tapped it. They've added some distance. Don't think they even know where Lear is yet, but it doesn't matter. Risky Bob cleans up, and it's very satisfying that I kind of made the statement about Nemiga of like Xanta's he's having a really good rise in performance. He's filled that gap that Flammus left, and there he is. Just opens up the game with shredding 2 kills.
Looking good. Looking good. Let's see how this kind of goes from here. Obviously, it'd be nice for Nemiga to convert, get an early lead. But if they can make this series competitive, suddenly I'm going to be asking a lot of questions of sAw. This round, straight up A hit. Just these MP9s on location. Eros does damage. Ooh, through the smoke comes Story with a deagle. Okay, maybe we should pay attention. Second is inspired. Bomb still yet to be planted. The bomb is actually sprinting back into the tunnels. They're going to start rerouting as this T side. You can feel the tension.
Well, Liz made this one a lot more winnable by not only getting that kill onto Roman, but you see the utility he's thrown has dragged all of sAw to glaze towards middle and yeah, basically like turn their attention and retake some space. But the issue is for Nemiga is that sAw have just gone, okay, and have actually taken that control very effectively. So now they're back in position with the information that no one's mid. They're ready to fight towards A, but Khan is just spamming them through the smoke. We're down to a 3 versus 3. Nemiga are playing this so slow, calm, collected. They're not overstepping. They're not making a mistake. And where they get the kills, they are taking the space off it and now moving back towards that B-bomb site.
Very composed round, this T side, given how it started. They're the ones setting the pace. Dropping that pace when needed. And sAw might just save what they have. I'm not sure if they can get any upgrades off the ground. Maybe there's a Galil. Nothing yet. But yeah, that really could have got ugly. It was Lear, wasn't it? They rerouted into mid, cuts off a rotation, sows the seeds of doubt. That forces sAw off A, and they're thinking it's going to be mid. Can't blame sAw. It kind of is the logical move for Nemiga to make, but Nemiga were playing a different brand of chess.
Actually a really impressive round from Nemiga. I think you kind of touched on it as well, like very composed. You lose those first 2 kills on an anti-force buy. I'd say a large majority of teams would start fumbling and would kind of start faffing around maybe. But it's very good that Nemiga don't. I think a big theme in Nemiga is, look, you do have some like names who have been around the block. But you have Khan, who, even though he's been on this roster for 11 months, is very inexperienced still. And he's only going to be getting better and better. And same as Zway, like brand new. So you've got those two in a 3 versus 5 who completely, like, they don't panic, and I think that's a really good look for Nemiga.
Oh, we shouldn't expect too much from sAw in this round. It's just the saves. A couple pistols chucked over too. Eyes on Nemiga to see how many bodies we can keep alive through this one. Mr. Bob here. Okay.
No more Bob.
Rest in peace, Bob. Doesn't sound like a very Russian name, Bob, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, wait. That was weird. I thought Khan for a second didn't see you jerks. Yeah, Bob is a... When I hear, like, I don't know, Vladimir, Dmitri, Bob. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
Oh my lord.
God, Khan, why did he jump?
That's a disaster.
On? That is more than a disaster. Lear now has to clutch up a 1 versus 2 this round. We were talking about how many people do Nemiga keep alive? Well, possibly none.
Oh my. 25 seconds. Time is going to very quickly become another factor in favor of sAw. Roman into the flames, and that's pretty much sealed the deal now. 22 HP. Roman didn't need to peek. Loses his life. U-Jerks is somewhat low, and that is ridiculous. What a roller coaster of a round. Lear had no business winning that, and yeah, an untimely peek. I guess Roman thought he was peeking to hold the bomb, but had he just waited, that was impossible.
Emotions just up and down in that round. Like, you know, it's Nemiga. Okay, so they got hit with some nice shots. We saw Bob get domed. But, yeah, that was... I think sAw are going to be kicking themselves a little bit. Like, those are 2 rounds on the force buy that you 100% could have achieved success. But unfortunately, they don't. Look at this commotion being caused on A by Risky Bob. He dragged 3 players over at one stage. But Story is going to kind of remain towards middle. And after taking a lot of that contact on A, Risky Bob's just keeping and maintaining that control while the rest of his forces going towards B. Issue is, 3 players here. Luckily for them, though, they will use their utility perfectly, so Roman's going to be ineffective. Uterus and U-Jerks smoked off. Flashes come through, the fight initiates, and Roman pops out for a double. Run out bullets, trying to survive. He's picked up an M4 from his teammate's dead body, and he's just not allowed any space to be taken. Nemiga, that defensive smoke by sAw was absolutely perfect, and Roman is excelling in this round. 4 kills on the dollar, and it's red on the trigger.
Would love an ace, but I don't think Bob's making it that far. Could just choose to save. Roman's a hero. For those that didn't see their series yesterday against Bait, Roman was a monster. Especially on the first map. Fortunes didn't have the cavalry, but he did everything in his power to send that series the way we all expected. So, important round win for sAw. And whilst they didn't win the previous, they probably should have, they did at least keep the money unbelievably low. So, Nemiga going to be in a very tough position regarding the finances going into round number 5 here.
That was because I saw the lurk smoke being dropped out, and I thought it was a T-side lurk smoke, and I thought they were trying to scale up with it, with also the utility in cave, but it turned out to be a CT smoke, which was a really interesting defensive smoke, and Roman just plays around it perfectly. I love the fact that like there were multiple players on the B-bomb site, and Roman, who was the one player I thought wouldn't achieve success, is the one that just constantly is moving, bobbing and weaving, and somehow just is causing absolute chaos. That was a really good round from him. But the narrative I was saying to you off camera was, I think it's worrying if Roman's at the top of the scoreboard potentially. Like yesterday, I think that's not a great sign for sAw if he's like so far above everybody else, and like Sori, U-Jerks, and Rostos potentially aren't performing. I think that's more worrying. However, in that round, it's all fine. Roman, fantastic.
Well, Nemiga's used all their nades. One smoke to go. What have we got? Got this B lane control. No mid control yet. Got that one smoke left, and gotta feel like gonna save that for the site hit over anything else. No, they dispersed it. Smoke goes on to red room in mid. That is all the nades burnt. Story's gonna burst this mid smoke. Bit of a peek. Damage for his own trouble. They're relying on pure entry kills now. There's no other way onto a bomb site.
Together in red room as well as sAw. However, they both get annihilated. You were talking about pure entry kills. Well, Risky Bob one-ups you, and he does 2 right off the bat. Now U-Jerks, close range, has to connect a triple spray down. And even though there's great damage on Risky Bob, and he only gets the kill on Lear, it's just not enough. What a round from Mr. Bob. And he builds the round around nothing.
Plays a risky round of Counter-Strike, but it works. Story and Roman, I don't know what they were doing. Why walk back into Red Room without... If you're going to do that, you are joined at the hip. And instant trade. They were just far enough apart that they couldn't trade. It's kind of bizarre. And it's also like, if we're going to push you back into mid and clear it, what's the incentive? What's the motive? Do we think that B was about to be hit, or were we that desperate for information? It just doesn't add up for me entirely, what I've just seen.
Yeah, I completely agree, because I was making the narrative of like, oh, they're going to trade out in Red Room or like play the buddy system, and then they didn't. That was really worrying for me, how like they did just go very one by one, where they weren't completely ready. I think there you need to have a comm. Was it Story that was a little bit behind, I think? Oh no, it was Roman that was behind Story. Roman has to just comm, be like, I'm a little bit behind, just wait. Maybe they didn't expect someone to be in Red Room that close, but regardless, I agree. I think Nemiga have gotten away with murder in that round. I guess specifically Risky Bob. And yeah, sAw, this is not looking great for them on their opponent's map pick, but they still do have the rifles because of the weapons they saved, and because how flawless they went on their gun round victory.
Oh, I'm being serious. That's just unfair. Roman doubles up. And now Nemiga left without a lot of options. I don't know what you really do from here. 1 minute 30 to go. And that B take, the B aggression from sAw, worked utterly flawlessly.
I mean, it worked flawlessly because Nemiga did nothing to oppose it. There was no shelf smoke from elbow, for instance. There was no pressure applied towards elbow. So you had Mucerus, who was just freely able to jump up, and then as well on ramp, I'm pretty sure they just ran down. I think it was very simple. So Nemiga start off this round with an instant 2-man disadvantage. However, we have seen from the previous, they can just open up bomb sites. I think Risky Bob is going to be looking to do it again. This is a cool little off angle from Story where he can take first contact for a Rostos. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Fourth time the charm. I think they've given away the element of surprise now. And of course Story just spams through a smoke. And now that is sweet, sweet, sweet from a Rostos.
Not winning any KZ championships right here.
I don't even know if that's KZ at that stage. Like if that's if that's what we're deeming
a
as
toddler's KZ.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, fortunately, it didn't really make a lot of difference. Nemiga, by virtue of having a no loss bonus, are shaping up for a force buy. And it is quite ugly. Look at this. Tech 9 armor. A lot of util, though. Hilariously, it's the most util they've had for ages. They need to make use of it. Do you know the background of many of these Nemiga players? Did they used to be a core of another team and they got picked up? Is it just, you know, various parts brought together? Do you know how it all worked?
I mean, Lear's been on this roster for 2 years. Khan was brand new, I remember. He was, like, when he joined, he was out of nowhere. Risky Bob and Xanta have been around for a while, right? Like, they've been around the block. Not from the same teams, though. From different parts of CIS. So, yeah, very muddled and very random. And speaking of muddled and random, I think that kind of depicts this round perfectly. This B bomb site has been very formidable. As I say that though, it's a 2 versus 2. Oh my god, I've just cursed them. Okay, that was a 4 versus 2 in favor of sAw. It felt like they'd done really well to not allow Nemiga space once again, but now it all comes down to Muterus. Spots the bomb crossing, but there's a little bit too late.
He's not going to expect Lear.
And yeah, no way he expects Lear. He does kind of, but Lear clotheslines him. And Nemiga, that's a 2 versus 4.
What's just happened? How was sAw... Something that did happen yesterday, Freddy, is sAw didn't pause.
Oh.
Really at all. Which surprises me because Barry's coached and in-game led as well a lot of Counter-Strike.
Hey, he's been playing Counter-Strike competitively since I was born, basically.
Possibly, I would have to check exactly when, but I would guess mid-2000s.
Like, he started playing when I was 2 years old, competitively.
There you go. Should know a thing or two then about slowing down games, but sAw just allowing this game to continue immediately back in the fray. Another B hit, and why not as Nemiga? You're feeling confident. Another opener. Muterus finds one, but it's swiftly traded. They're just feeding in one at a time, and the bulldoze that is Nemiga at the moment is proving too hot to handle. 6 rounds.
That first round sAw won when it was Roman's 4K was okay. You have individual brilliance by Roman, but what's also really impressive from sAw was their counter utility. And Roman was able to get that 4K because of the utility that was put down. Where was any of that? That was not a case. And Nemiga are just seemingly catching sAw completely off guard. And yeah, they got given a lifeline by winning that 2 versus 4 with a Tech 9 and a Mac 10, by the way. And now they're up against an Eco. And yeah, so interesting thing about Berry. I've done like quite a bit of research, so you've seen, I don't know if you've seen any of my interviews, but I do quite like, I've had a little break recently, but quite in-depth interviews with people where like we do go back a long way. And with Barry, we were talking a lot about his 1.6 days. Like he was in the second best Danish team at one stage in 1.6. Like he played in Chengdu actually, back in like 2008, I think. He played 1.6 majors. He never like did amazing at them, and he had like the odd good placement. He actually has had a weird career of like he was constantly building up players, and like people were like he was the builder up of players, and then they would get snatched away from him. But something I thought was that he'd be great at technical timeouts, and I saw because they were at Blast London, so I was there, so I was kind of watching them, and Berry would like get on the mic. I remember they were playing as FaZe and they were winning. They actually ended up losing the map, 10-2 lead on Ancient. And he was like, guys, just calm down. Like, as in like, we're doing well, don't get overexcited. And I feel like now he needs to take a tactical pause and go, calm down. Like, you're down 2-7. We've had good rounds. We need to chill out and just like kind of fall back on our laurels. Like we've taken FaZe 10-2 on this map before. Like we can do well on this map.
Running out of time. Got to give yourselves breathing room for those halves switch. Let's see. Triple mid start for sAw. We can see via the minimap that Nemiga might be putting up quite a gambit. A at the moment is undefended. Rosdos and Muterus starting now to sleuth their way back. Rostos goes to the site. Util now starting to stream over. Timely Molotov. Let's see if that is respected. There are smokes here for this T side. Coming a little bit late. Rostos repositions the teammate in tow. Great headshot. Perfect trade. Xanta doing a lot of work. Bomb plant should be available soon. As long as Story doesn't get... Yeah, Story is traded. Good stuff. 2-on-2 now.
Done enough.
Apparently not. Is there a kit down? There must be a kit down somewhere for you jerks. First collected. He's taken ever so low. I mean, there is time technically for a full-on stick, but doesn't have the HP to do it. A very chaotic take for Nemiga, but they're not going to care. Rounds are rounds. They're smashing this.
It feels like they're playing very simple Counter-Strike, Alan. I don't know if you'd agree, but they are hitting bomb sites.
They're like a bulldozer. They just roll in, and you can front it or not.
Yeah, like that was, I don't know. sAw haven't seemed to got a response.
They look good for sAw as well. I mean, the Roslos molly goes down and gets the smoke onto the molly.
Yeah.
They're committing through. I think he might have got team flashed, you know.
Ooh.
There was definitely a CT flash, and I don't know if it helped. So yeah, whatever's going on, sAw cannot find a way to lock down the sites proper come the hits.
It's really interesting as well to see, like, Xanta isn't even necessarily the player who's been popping off. Like, he got 2 kills in the pistol round, and I think he got 3 kills in that last round, or 2 at least at a minimum. So he's actually not had massive impact, but it has been a very, like, it has just been a bit like Lear and Risky Bob, to be honest. Khan's playing very supportive, I think, with the AWP, and yeah, Zway's been playing with the Pact a little bit, just creating space. Also, Xanta plays towards B perfectly here. He gets flashed off, doesn't know how many people are pushing, and just completely runs away, and just doesn't allow for any trouble, basically. He's like, I don't want to die here. I want to make sure that I at least maintain this space. Uterus? They don't respect him. He only gets 1. That was the only lifeline we saw in this round, and Nemiga have 9 rounds on their map pick. Oh no. Oh no, Mr. Hender. Oh no.
Could be a done deal. And what are you supposed to do when Lear's going 16-4? That's just outrageous. sAw aren't in this game whatsoever. Roman got them 1 round. Outside of that, it's been slim pickings. A few mistakes here and there, but all in all, Nemiga are just playing a better brand of Counter-Strike at the moment. Might be simple, but it's effective. And sAw have never had map control. They've never had the lead on information. And these sites are just getting pounded every single time. Nemiga waste no opportunity to take space. No opportunity to wrap onto these sites, find frags, get the bomb down. This round is no different. If it was any other round, sAw would be saving, but they've got to go for this.
Also, again, just look how methodical Nemiga are playing. They don't rush to get the bomb down. They actively clear the bomb site. They utilize their utility perfectly. And now they're able to play a very secure post plant. Everybody's having to funnel through from cave. Good damage, but sAw still need to get out. And now the last 3 remaining players, they're going to be subjugated to death here. They're going to be walking out into the lion's den. And there it is. Here comes the crossfire. And in a flash, Nemiga take double digits in the first half. sAw have no idea what's hit them. Can they recover in the second half?
saw's on the ropes. 2 rounds all they've found. They're in the lower bracket. Loser of this game goes home. At least the series. This is just the first map. And we need to just answer the question, do sAw have any life left in them on Ancient?
Oh.
And Risky Bob is in behind. Mutiris has found 1 on the entry, but what can Bob do? That is the bomb. He's caused a lot of problems for this terrorist side, but if he just loses all of his teammates, it's not going to be to much avail. Lear was the hero of the first half. 17, make it 18-4. These two have just been absolute stalwarts. Heroes. Lear is undeniable. You would have backed him every day of the week to get that final headshot. Just 31 HP. Can he force a headshot angle around this box? Mutiris knows exactly where Lear is. And Mutiris saves them from what would have been a horrifying defeat.
Oh, that was a very weird pistol round. Because, yeah, like, Risky Bob gets all the information, but only 1 kill from that position at the very beginning, I feel like, was not good. I think he 100% was in a position to multi-frag, especially with the dual Berettas up close. It's a very well-placed microphone where he gets every single bit of information, and it is worrying that everyone around him died. But yeah, Lear and Risky Bob then in the 2 versus 1 just don't really play together. Like, Risky Bob takes the first contact, he instantly falls, Lear then can't land the shot. Great clutch from Mutiris. Is this a lifeline for sAw? They've been given a bone. Are they going to run with it? This gun round is going to suggest yes or no.
Frankly, I believe this map is already over. I think they're too far down. But sAw need to remind themselves what it feels like to win some rounds of Counter-Strike before we hit Inferno. That, for me, is what they're playing for the moment. If they can make it a lot closer, then I'll start having the conversation. But for now, Nemiga is still in the driver's seat. And still somebody's got to deal with Lear.
It's a good start, though. Risky Bob's tagged down very low because of early grenades. And sAw a very clear plan off the bat. This is an age-old tactic. First gun round, just go towards A. So A is going to be telling his teammates, guys, here comes the utility. They're coming out on the B bomb site, and also the A bomb site, and oh, he's already got a kill through the smoke. That is a really big kill. Gives Nemiga the advantage. Look at Roman though. He's on the extremity. Issue is the bomb's been denied. So Roman's activation is going to be so difficult because everyone else has died. Roman just had to have his teammates survive and they don't get a single kill. Finally, he activates on the lurg, and Nemiga, they get like 3 kills through a smoke there. That is so unfortunate for sAw, and I feel like that is really telling of just how this game has played out for the Portuguese.
Roman's like, guys, I'm lurking. I'm lurking. Stay alive. I'm lurking. Oh, you're all dead. Didn't make it in time. Too late to the party. They're out of party poppers. Nemiga now onto 11. And they just seem to be utterly undeniable at the moment. Risky Bob and Lear combine for 34-15. We've only played 15 rounds. That is fearsome. And certainly a level where none of the sAw players can match. Mutiris, in-game leader, takes matters into his own hands. An important opener, U-Jerks, taking space towards B in the meanwhile. And this, to me, looks like a team that's playing frustrated. Very individual. I mean, it works in this round, but potentially some warning signs that sAw's had enough of playing slow.
Let that Iberian flair come out a little bit, maybe. Just start playing a little bit chaotic. I agree. That round felt like there was no... Yeah, there was no real cohesion from sAw, realistically. Like, you have players walking out mid. That's nice. They get the opening kill. And then you just have someone running up B ramp. You have someone running into cave. Like, you have players basically all over the shop making their own moves. And it just so happens every single one wins their duel. That's not a sign that's repeatable. And if it is, well, that's really worrying for Nemiga. But speaking of tactical timeouts, Alan, you hit the nail on the head. You went, well, sAw never take any, and that's actually really worrying. Nemiga, that's probably the perfect time to take one. Go, okay, guys, that was quite a silly, sloppy round from us. Let's just not have that happen again.
You just burn one every gun round if you're them from here. Just ensure the game. I think the factor there is the bias on the brink for them that they needed to sort out what they needed. Do they need the util to fight for mid early? Do they need, you know, can they favour rifles instead and have less util? It seems like they are indeed going to use some nades for mid control. How long do they stick here? Roman's going to cause problems real soon. Indeed he does. Khan, late trade, but Mutiris is there to finish him off. So, very favourable opening now for sAw. Lear looks like he's in a lot of trouble too, in towards Jag. Doesn't feel healthy for the CT side.
Oh my god.
So dangerous.
Yeah, there was a world there. Santa just runs through the mollo. Gets into long. Zway's auto-rotated him. Nemiga have thrived in these disadvantageous positions. But Xanta just hard swung. Again, individual from you jerks, but it works out. And also, the opening of that round though for sAw was a lot better. Like, it was Roman orchestrating a lot of it, but there was definitely more layers to that opener. And unfortunately for Zway, he runs out of bullets with A1S. There shouldn't be a world he wins this. USP out. And sAw, back-to-back rounds, and that one looking a lot better. Even though it was closer, the round itself was set up, in my opinion, with, like, more promise and more kind of like, okay, we have actually a game plan instead of you run up ramp, you run middle, you run cave.
Looking healthier. This one will be a lesser buy. Heavy eco for Nemiga. Couple HEs for water up, so we'll see if those are dunked. Goes towards the... Okay. We'll talk about that one. Not a lineup you'd like to use at home. The nades combined for 5 damage.
Ooh, big damage. Keeping this clean, I was gonna say, keep it clean is important for sAw, but realistically, like, they lose their own map, you know, they're against map point anyway, so I think they're just more like, hey, let's win the rounds. I didn't get to see much of an AWP out for Story on the CT side. I don't even remember, like, maybe? I haven't seen much. I feel like this game's been dictated by the rifles mostly. So maybe we see Story picking up the AWP. I would assume so. Yeah, okay. Can he perform with the AWP? This could be one of the win potentials for sAw. And Alan, you did write off this map. It's 4 rounds.
Yeah? I mean, the loss bonus will build up. It'll get easier for Nemiga to buy. But yeah, sAw have made this more compelling than I expected. It's a 5-1 half at the moment for sAw. So, you know, at least they're a little bit back in winning ways. But nevertheless, they're still walking a tightrope. There can't be many mistakes. And Mutiris, he's done work out of mid this half so far. Plucks Lear. Poster child so far of this game for Nemiga. Risky Bob gets one in response, as does a couple other players. What has happened there? So many frags in quick succession. sAw, did they get over eager? Because that looked like a perfect opening to the round for them, and it just completely crumbles.
Yeah, I don't know. Zway just pushes A and gets a kill in A main, and then sAw try to react off that opening kill towards B. Issue is that Story missed the shot on Khan. And you just have really nice rotations where Risky Bob rotates in to help Xanta, who was coming out of cave. And also now, Nemiga have run into this perfectly. Khan, he's not going to miss his AWP shot. And Roman, 24 HP. There is no way he wins this. And Risky Bob shuts him down before any madness can consume Nemiga. 12-7. Maybe you were correct. Maybe we were just waiting out for the full gun round to come through for Nemiga. and sAw now having to win 5 in a row flawlessly, and that will only give them overtime, not even a map win.
Just feels insurmountable. Okay. See if Nemiga can get this done. How do they choose to open this round? 3 towards mid. Plenty of util dispersed towards that elbow position. And they're just going to face. I mean, it hasn't worked out that many times, actually. Materius has done a lot of work. But let's end it off on this occasion. Plenty of leads sent down the lane. But no connections. Roman again creeps up close, but the molly denies him vision. 2 openers for Nemiga. Make it free. That is just insult to injury. Salt in the wounds. Mutirish remains. And this will be Nemiga. 13-7 after a 10-2 first half. Nobody had this on the cards.
I feel like that last round was just a perfect depiction of everything. Like, just through the smoke, 1 taps. Like, that's perfect. And also, Khan showing up with the AWP in those last 2 rounds, right? Actually having a little bit of impact. That's something that, realistically, we didn't see from any of the...
No. But it's not just him. I mean, it's... You don't lose the first half 2-10 without there being some pretty serious problems on the side of sAw. And I hope you can see now what I mean by what happened last night. It's actually quite hard to point at one thing for sAw and say, this is... the problem, you know, they're not communicating well. Or, I mean, the pauses is a standout, but that's something we can very easily, you know, extract from the game and see it's not happening. sAw just aren't playing like the team we know they can be. And they're out of time. This is it. Lose this and you're out.
They got saved by Mutirish a few times. The only reason why we had a few rounds from sAw was because, like, Mutirish got a 1 versus 2 on the pistol round. And yeah, I actually agree with what you're saying. I don't really know what went wrong for sAw, because it felt like Nemiga were just running themselves at bomb sites. And at the very beginning, sAw were able to deal with it. sAw were able to deal with it on the B bomb site. We remember Roman had, Roman had that great 4K. There was something with, like, a Rosdos over on A as well. Like, they had on the 2 rounds were on the 2 different bomb sites. They actually succeeded. And then you're just like, okay, well, sAw were losing to low purchases. There was maybe some awkward re-aggression as well in some cases. Poor trading, losing advantages. It felt like just all the fundamentals were falling away. So definitely something we need to change here on Inferno. It's their map pick. They're starting on the T side. This pistol round. It just has to start well for sAw. Like, we need to see them getting a good lead and just a good beginning on this second map, or I'm going to start to get quite scared.
Pick the right site. Lear has no armor and 1 flashbang. He was good on the last map, but this one didn't stand much of a chance. Bomb will go down now, and... well, Nemiga have a kit. They got a smoke. They're going to go for this, but... there is not a high percentage they're going to win this retake.
Everybody's coming from banana. Roman's like, I think they're banana. I think he heard like 1 or 2. Swings out, sees everybody. Very good and clean first kill. A flashbang? That's a team flash. Mutirish gets fully blinded. But it doesn't matter. A Rosdos... that was, wow, he just cleans house there at the end. Almost a full royal flush, but in the end, sAw, luckily they picked the right bomb site.
Still got a bit scary.
Oh, for sure.
This Mr. Rosdos here decided not to miss. Towards the end. But rounds are rounds. So they need to stay focused. This one now is a force buy from Nemiga. We know how dangerous these rounds can be on a map like Inferno with those close sight lines and tricky positions you can get yourselves into. Nemiga, though, are favoring, look at this, a 4B stack. Nothing funky with the nades. They're just risking it with the numbers. Risky Bob takes HE to the face. And the only real question in this round is, are sAw going to go B?
Yeah. And I guess the reason why they haven't used any funky grenades is because they don't want to reveal numbers. Like they want to lure sAw into this B-bomb site. for me, this is how I like playing Force Spies. Just gamble a bomb site. They go the other one, up, you save, and you do it again in the next. And well, it looks like they're gonna get rewarded. 2 players are smoked off, so there's only 2 players on the bomb site for now. Utility prime though, flashbang from Lear is a little bit too late to help Sway. Xanta gets 1, but now with this utility and identification of many players on B, sAw retreat. They fall away from that B bomb site and utilizing the lurks they had of Roman specifically, but also a Rostos. They're able to now scale back in towards this A bomb site where Nemiga have no players here to defend. And a round that could have got very dangerous, luckily for sAw, is completely adverted.
It's one of those rounds which is just good counter-strike from both teams. Nemiga did nothing wrong. They tried to let sAw get all the way onto the site before they revealed themselves with their utility. And sAw, on the flip side, only sent in a couple of players. And then had lurkers elsewhere. So they weren't overcommitted. The bomb could reroute. And it was a really composed piece of mid-rounding from the Portuguese team. Net them a second. Pushing pretty hard to take away these saves. I'm not sure it's really worth sending men into the fray. But Jerks is conspiring to prove me wrong at the moment.
Lear should be.
What?
What? Okay. Does your Mac 10 do that, Alan?
No.
No. I didn't think so. I understand what you mean by, like, it wasn't worth it if they lost players, but the fact that UJX gets both kills on the Mac 10 and there's, like, no MP9s this round, there is definitely benefit there of, there's just no worry in this round for sAw. Well, operatively speaking. You mentioned the kind of composure in the mid-round. That wasn't something that I think we saw much of sAw on Ancient. We were actually, if anything, praising Nemiga's composure in a lot of those situations on the T side. So it's good to see that already being instilled on Inferno. And it's great to see you jerks farming up with the Mac 10. That's what, $2,400 across 2 rounds so far? That's really nice for his economy. Very early doors.
Good cleanup. Lots of money. Well, we did ask for a good start and we got one. Doesn't get any better than this. Couple, just the one SMG carried into this round in the end. Okay. Well, I'm intrigued to see what Nemiga are going to bring for us on Inferno. I haven't watched them play on this map before, so it's all new to me. Hopefully saw a little better versed themselves and what they'll be up against. Hope they've done their research.
It's really cool from Stories. He's just leading the charge, trying to open up some space. In the meantime, you've got a Rostos who's being a bit of a nuisance towards A. Nemiga don't have a lot of room to breathe here, but luckily, I forgot they have Lear on the server. This is interesting reaggression. It doesn't seem like it would have worked, but I guess with the utility they had down, the retake utility, it works perfectly. And Lear backs away, he doesn't overcommit. So we've got a player advantage still. Khan's going to rotate in. Unfortunately, the AWP is probably the worst weapon to have in this situation to support Lear. So this FAMAS pretty much is to do it all. And look, Risky Bob and Sway are not rotating off. So this round completely pins on Lear with the FAMAS. And Roman decides to decapitate him. Not quite flying when he lands the shot, but just leaping through the sky. And yeah, as I mentioned, Khan's AWP is really not the best weapon for this. It's very hard to find impact in this scenario. Luckily though, here comes the rifler. CT smoke has faded. Risky Bob tries to capitalize upon that. Can't quite land the shot, but there goes the AWP. And now it's Muterus left in a clutch, and there's going to be no saving for sAw as Nemiga snatch away a very nice 2 versus 3 retake.
Caught him one of that. Looked in real trouble as the site was overwhelmed, but Proposed retake. They also didn't have a kit. So they're somewhat fortunate that Nemiga came for the fights. Okay. So first on the board for the CIS squad. But given the dominance of sAw on those anti-eco rounds a few ago, got a full buy in the tank, so no problems there. Let's see what cool Mutiris is going to bring out for us in this round. It's like a default to me at the moment. 2 towards the app side. 2 will soon be in banana. Well, having said that, you just needs a bit of help. Mutiris has come nearby. Could do a flashbang. As these two on the CD side look like they're going to take real soon. Yuga just swings off the noise cue. Lear is evaporated. He's had a chance. Flashbang is good as they swing back in for control. Khan, a timely trade. Pins this back to a 3-on-3. This round has just got very interesting.
It's about to get a whole lot more interesting. How does Zway win that? 16 years old. Oh my god. Turning around.
Was he like an FPL player before this, do you know?
Oh, honestly, I remember I watched Nemiga one day. Yeah, this is silly. This is just stupid at this stage. Like, how does Zway get all of those kills there? I remember I was watching, so I casted them once, and it was I think this is actually the second time I've casted them. And I was with Ted, and I was like, I have no idea who this guy is. And Ted was like, look, he's 16 years old, and he's really good and really smart. And I was like, okay. And in that game, he was really good and really smart. In this round, he's just gone, I'm actually just going to win out the round, and I'm just going to peek 3 players. Like, that second shot was just disgusting. Let me do a face-it search for him.
His first HLT recorded games at the end of last year.
So he's brand new. He's top 26 in Europe on Face-It. That, I think...
yeah, you're not messing around.
Yeah, he's in FPL. I don't know when he joined. Yeah, like, he's literally done nothing apart from Nemiga type thing. Like, if you look at his... I'm looking... Yeah, it's like... He played for K27 in... kind of like... Advanced. So he's played he's played a bit of Advanced. And then, yeah, went from K27, who actually made Advanced player, to actually been making some moves recently, to now Nemiga. So, very fresh. And, like, I think even in the ESL Challenger League, they're doing really well. Nemiga are. Unfortunately, in this round, there's Liv first to fall again.
Okay. What was the plan there, you jerks? Maybe he thought his body wasn't exposed, but it was. So that man advantage is short-lived. Nemiga choose to stick with the sole player on B, and Mutiris arm showing. Dare I say these are schoolboy errors? That's better. That's more like it. Actually, Xanta on the fullback. Retake required. There's kits this time. There's plenty of util. Let's see if sAw can do any better this time around.
This should be a winnable scenario. And this Molotov is perfectly timed by a Rosdos. So that's going to be a couple seconds ticked off the timer. Khan's got flashbangs waiting to try and support his teammates. Here they come. A Rostos is fully blind. Grenade does miss though, so no anti-chip damage. Roman being baited in perfectly. However, he gets nothing. Risky Bob had to land that spray, and because he does it now, Khan is just going to get 1 kill on the fadeaway, and sAw, they do better this time. They hold onto the bomb site and don't allow for a retake.
Round was a bit of a recovery mission, but they pull it off. Big kill. Big kill onto the Nemiga site player on B. And time, if anything, was going to be a huge factor in that after plant. So very important for sAw. Equip themselves up to 4. Neither team has any money left. All invested here. And still obviously early days, but Lear isn't getting it off the starting blocks like he did on map 1.
So I have a feeling Sway's a bit of a grinder. So not only they played 2 best of 3s yesterday, right? In this qualifier. He then went and played 2 pugs till would have been like 2 a.m. his time. So this guy does enjoy Counter-Strike, it appears.
I wish I was young enough just to do that.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Like, you play 2 best 3s and you're like, time for some pugs.
I'd like some more Counter-Strike, please.
Yeah. Okay, well, impress us again. Come on, Sway. Overlooked. Not really the right weapon for the job. And unfortunately, because he doesn't get 2 there, and because Risky Bob also falls, it's going to be round over. So, no highlight reel for Sway in this round.
Time to save. To the CT side. sAw keeping it simple. Works on this occasion.
I've actually got a funny anecdote about another young pro player. Do you know ex-Casper Sky on Young Ninjas?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know where he is anymore because they've obviously kind of fallen apart with Mistum and Spray being promoted. But I was talking to Spray. Spray had to actively disallow him to pug because he was playing too much Counter-Strike.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Some of the players just... they don't really know what's good for them. Sleep schedules are just a disaster. Playing endless CS. Obviously, you don't get into being a professional in this game unless you have a true love for the game and just playing it, but...
there does come a point.
you've got to learn at some point that, you know, it goes against your own interests.
It is crazy. That was a Nemiga tactical pause, right? I think that was good timing.
Well, I just assume no tac pauses SAWs at this point.
Yeah, you see a tactical
That's my
pause,
philosophy.
You cover your eyes and you're like, Nemiga.
Must be. Yeah, this one is just a half buy. I mean, Xanta's got a long way in because they've given this as a half buy, so you know something I don't about what they're saving.
Dual Berettas. I'm not a fan of buying dual Berettas on like a half buy. No, I don't. I think outside of pistol, they kind of lose their flair. And Khan is very lucky that that second grenade went towards sandbags and not towards corner, because that would have been a lot of chip damage. So he's kind of just about okay. There's 2 worries in this round for sAw. You've got Lear over in, I think, balcony or mini pit, that would be, with the A1S, and it's Khan with the AWP. These are the only 2 things that worry me for sAw, and one of those worries has already been identified. Khan takes a timing shot as he's blind. I think what's happened is that sAw's heard that AWP and gone, to A we go.
Nade's coming over. We've got any rifles here? We've got Lear on location. Gonna fall off balcony as you just makes himself all the way around. There's 2 in towards his mini pit position. Lear finds 2. Will Sway be expected? Shows himself. Will take on to Roman, but can't finish his food. Khan is nearby, but he is plucked. So a valiant attempt with Lear's frags, but doesn't come to much else. In fact, comes to nothing else. Only the 2 kills total until Xanta comes in with the dualies. How dare you question them?
Wait, is he going for this? Okay, this seems brazen. I would love for him just to save the AWP, but I guess he's got time. Oh, Rosdos, don't give it to him. Don't let him hit these banger shots, and okay. I could just see him flicking onto his head there. Okay, I would have preferred a save there. I would have loved to have the AWP being saved over. It's just great for the economy that we don't need to have to force unnecessary repurchases. But sAw are looking a lot better, and I mentioned how we had to see an early lead from them, and that's exactly what comes out so far.
Some feels like a tech pause. We're not here too long. Great start from Rosdos. course, a lot of our focus has been on U-Jerks and his underperformance yesterday, but Rostos is meant to be his sidekick. And he didn't show up. So, nice to see him on the server. Of course, the winner of this will play the winner of 9Z Apogee. Let's quickly check the score there because it wasn't looking good for Apogee earlier. Oh, they've evened it up a little bit, haven't they?
They've got the lead. 6-5. CD side does too.
Indeed. Perhaps a game on their hands.
I don't think I've ever casted 9Z.
Well, they don't. Well, I don't think I have, but that's they don't play a lot in Europe. In fact, they must. What event are they here for? Because they would have played the South American qualifier if they.
Yeah. Or are they just boot camping?
They might be boot camping.
They have Espu, but they've got Rio beforehand. Yeah, okay, they are just boot camping. They got Rio,
so they came over to boot camp and then they're gonna fly back to SA for Rio, and then back again
to Finland, and then
that's pretty rough.
And they got a break before they go back to China. Or I guess if they qualify for Katowice, that lands before the RMLs, right? So
yeah.
They'd be going. Jesus, that is an abhorrent amount of travel. Yeah. I'd say if they qualify for Katowice, they just stay in Europe maybe after Espu if they make a deep run.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be. They might have to boot camp outside of EU proper for visa and kind of time limit reasons. But yeah, that's gonna be a rough
couple weeks.
As you look at it, it'd be a good end to the season in terms of playing a lot, but a bad end in terms of the fatigue level. Surely.
Oh my God, look at Muterus. We need to see sAw apply a bit of pressure to allow for Muterus, I think, yeah.
Yeah, his timing's very early, and certainly with that kill, wow, the numbers are immediately whittled down. Frankly, the flank doesn't actually play a big factor. It's quite a surprise. What's just happened there to Nemiga? You look at that round on paper, and you're like, wow, this flank's going to catch somebody from behind it, but it actually doesn't. They will just die from apartments and short.
I guess it's definitely one benefit of Muterus catches off the second player in that round. So if there was ever a worry of a multi-frag coming out from like a crossfire on the bomb site, that wasn't possible. But in general, for Nemiga as well, that was a round where they had a man advantage very early on. And I think they just got a mega timing on them. Yeah, just a really, really awkward timing of being like Muterus should not have been allowed to wrap behind. But as you mentioned, it didn't actually seem like it was that. Wouldn't have mattered either way. I think we're going to have another technical pause as well. Nemiga, not only are they not looking great on Inferno, they've also just had a player disconnect. It seems like he's back in the server, so normality shall be resumed. Not even going to have a tech pause, actually. Yeah, Nemiga, this is not a great map for them, and they're not really showing me much yet. It's a weird series.
Alright. Couldn't somebody give him Risky Bob a pistol? Like, he's just on the USP. Painful.
I feel like he could have bought a pistol. Okay, Lit. Saved A1S. We've seen him get a double with it before. This time, though, sideline. Really assertive gameplay coming out from sAw. A massive difference from what we were observing on Ancient. This is looking like a different team.
True role reversal at the moment. And it's Roman again. All the players. You look at this team and you say, Roman's here to be the experienced calm head who plays his, maybe somewhat more supportive positions and certainly storing new jerks in the spots that they thrive in. But Roman, man, he wants that land spot more than anybody else at the moment, it feels like.
We're just seeing, like, the beginning of Roman's rebirth. He's like, I've been around for a while, however, you haven't seen me yet. This is some really cool form, because, I mean, I missed it as well, but going off what you mentioned to me in statistics, Roman had a great performance against Bait yesterday, even though the game wasn't too great from sAw. And in map number 1, one of the 2 rounds on the CT side that was won by sAw was because Roman got a 4K on the bomb site, and he's continued that form onto Inferno. Sure, that was against a lower purchase, but it was like, if there's any, he basically was just like, if there's any worry, I'm making sure there's none.
You just want to fight. Get it either way soon. Timely molly from Story to prevent Nemiga from swinging. Now they decide to disperse their utility on the CT side, and with 3 players here, they want this take. Xanta gets the trade, but they've shown a lot of presence here. A lot of presence here on B, and sAw make that call. They say A must be lightly defended. Just need to deal with this AWPer, and the site is theirs. Mutiris starts to lurk. Surely here's Risky Bob in behind.
They expect Mutiris.
He can't look in this way.
But I think this is a false sense of security. Risky Bob's jiggled.
No!
Oh, he still gets the kill. Mutiris, he had an opportunity. He fluffs the line. Khan. This is a massive round coming out from the AWPer. Not only does he just get 2 kills there, but he never quivers, never falls, maintains security of the bomb site. Story, though, he might have a say in the affairs. Swings out with the Tech 9. Khan misses his shots. Story has evened up the playing field. It was a 1 versus 3, and now Xanta with it all to do.
Can he save Nemiga's blushes? Has util, but opting to not show his position. Story is holding in this direction. What a round this would be from Story. Like to come soon. Story can't connect. Right eye angle. Xanta finds the head. It's going to be free for Nemiga. But my gosh, do they have to fight for it?
Didn't like how Story played that 1 versus 1. I feel like he wasn't even scoped in with the AWP. He was literally playing quick scope, close range angles. Not ideal, especially as you mentioned, the right eye peek for Xanta there favors him massively. I want to comment as well on U-Jerks. That's the 2nd time where I've seen him get a perfect timing on Banana. Like, he peeks out seemingly immaculately to get at least 1 kill. I thought he'd done enough because there was a lovely reaction then over towards A, identifying the gap in the defense. But, well, Khan, an immovable object, he does enough for the rotations and for Xanta to come through and win it out. 4 rounds would be saving Nemiga's bacon here. I think sAw, they'll still be happy with 8, but they'll definitely know inside that we could have actually seen a 10-2 half potentially. And Khan, okay, that's one way of doing it. Dodges a flashbang, I think, and then just wallbang headshots to Rojtos. What an opening kill, and really good grenades as well then from Lear.
Time as well. Holds this T-side at bay when he was alone. Now Xanta's on location. Doesn't last long though. Risky Bob is nearby. Flashbang over. Does Lear feel like going through this coffin smoke? Yes, he does. Oh, nade down in hand. Almost caught. The util damage is ruinous. And that might be enough here for Nemiga. It's just Roman remaining. It will be 4. Surely, indeed it is. Late recovery. But will it be enough? We'll find out in a few minutes.
And if I met you in the middle, babe, would you give me all your love? Come and meet me in the middle, babe, and I give you all of my heart. And if I met you in the middle, babe, would you give me all your love? 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 Your love. Come and meet me in the middle, babe, and I give you all of my heart. And if I meet you in the middle, babe, would you give me all your love? Would you give me all your
given themselves a fighting chance. 2 rounds in a row on the back end of that first half has made this a lot more contestable. sAw, I genuinely thought they were going to run away with it. But for now, if they don't win this pistol round, we certainly have a game on our hands.
Equally, sAw could end it pretty much here and now.
True.
In this, no T-side bomb plant, and they're ever so close. Getting us onto a third. U-Jerks opens the scorecard. Dante hits the deck. Clean headshots. Mutirus might have taken a bit of a gush earlier on, but sAw shouldn't be disappointed. And now we can see Nemiga starting to reroute. Free in towards apartments. No flashes, though. They're going in dry. Rosdos in pit. Story, he's playing anti-flash. Doesn't actually need to, but he'll get engaged soon. First player jumps out to pull the attention. Pull the crosshair. Good trades. To actually get out here in a 2v3 is impressive.
Mutirus has been tagged down from the beginning of the round as well, so he's very low. Playing in the cubby. Will they clear him? Zwei seems aware, but Khan will fall before Zwei can have a say in this round. And sAw saved by the fact Story gets a double. And then a beautiful retake.
Still a bomb plant. That's what Nemiga needs to cling on to. Oh, what can they get for us? Unless they had a couple more kills, because then we could get maybe more AKs out, which is going to be the one, I think, on Zwei. Pause in for Nemiga. They see the importance. You win this round, and this is close to being an even game. Lose it, and you haven't got a lot of leeway. So, quick discussion. Not going to have much util either, so they need to be really pointed with how they're going to open this round. They want to contact for control. They want to use with this util. It becomes so valuable each piece, and you don't have much of it.
I like this purchase, though, from Nemiga. Like, you've got Xanta and Lear, who have got Tech 9's util, and we saw a lot on Ancient that they can just open up these bomb sites. Zwei on an AK, like, we know what he can do individually. If he gets set up correctly, with the, as you mentioned, like, utilizing the small amount of utility they do have, he can just run in with that AK, and he can just rock some heads. So, for Nemiga, I feel like this is a very dangerous purchase, and sAw needs to be definitely on their guard, basically.
Very passive opening from Nemiga. Get him rebuffed by this util at the moment. Nonetheless, have claim to banana. What have we got? Roman's holding a retake set. Is it now? See if it's respected by this T-side. They want to commit B at some point. Risky Bob's in front of the util. Gets nothing done. Roman here comes to clear and loses his life. And they might choose to accelerate behind this. Timely smoke from U-Jerks. And Zwei almost gets around the corner. Not quite.
There's a lot of things I don't like about this round from both sides. Roman, I don't think, has to force the issue. You take that advantage, you run away with it. Especially with the city side Molo nowadays. Like, those retake utility sets do not have the same potency. I don't think Zwei needs to get aggressive in A. I think because he falls there, this round has basically faded away. Khan and Xanta now left alone. Bomb's been spotted. Surprise Story hasn't more aggressively rotated over. No smoke for CT either, so they are open to every angle. Mutirus, though, never. I was going to say could be caught off guard, but never mind. And look at this. They haven't even cleared U-Jerk, so really quite perfect from sAw. And exactly as you said, Alan, of both sides, that pistol round basically could give this game some legs for Nemiga, or sAw could just close it off. And I think that's exactly what they've done.
Yeah, those legs are broken. Been sawed off. Gruesome stuff. What have we got now? It's going to be a half buy, if that, for Nemiga. sAw have Vertigo in their sights now. And I don't have a strong feeling about Nemiga from here. I mean, they haven't bought enough to contest this round. The best case scenario is a bit of damage. Keep the money low, I think. Nades are good. Give them credit for that. We're only working in the currency of frags, and None found yet for Nemiga.
I think the issue there is the damage is great, but you have to get a kill if you're Nemiga with those triple nades. Like, that kill spearheads you forward for potentially overwhelming with one player on the bomb site, but because Ujuk stays alive, gets another kill, it allows for the rotation, and no damage realistically will be inflicted now. Maybe Risky Bob gets one more kill if he's picked up the Galil from Ujuk's dead body, but yeah, okay, there is that one kill. But that should be it. Yeah, okay. Muterus does put it into that. 11-4. This gun round could be it. I think even if this isn't the winning blow, it's gonna come eventually.
I feel like Ancient, where this game just feels sealed, even if Nemiga gets some rounds. Loss bonus will go up for sAw. They'll get so many gun rounds, and at some point, Ujuk's Roman story, somebody's gonna have a round. That's our feeling at the moment. 3B start for sAw. Numbers are over. Clearly have intent to take. HE's dispersed, and those HEs are brutal. Lyra's gone. Khan is limping at this point. Danta finds one to at least keep this round in the realms of possibility. Smoke forced out from Muterus. That felt like it's going to go a hell of a lot worse for the T side. They're actually not in a bad spot, all in all.
My sentiments exactly. Like, I think Xanta's alleviated an immense amount of pressure with that one kill. Khan just being alive is so important. Not only is that meaning it's a 4 versus 4 on the face of it, but he still has utility. Like, you would have dropped a Mollo, so they would have lost a smoke. I think having 3 smokes here is really important for Nemiga because they can execute onto the B-bomb site and then replenish the smokes. But unfortunately for Zwei, I was praising him in the pre-show because of his lurking abilities. This is 2 rounds in close succession where he's had the ability to have big impact and is actually being the reason why it's going to be a losing round. Story, I wish I had your confidence. He's just run down middle after that kill. And even though he's really close, the players on the B-bomb site need to hold true. This is getting scary. A Rostos misses opportunity. Look at the HP though. Story's been set up for a sitter, but now he's in a 1 versus 3. Bomb denied. 6 seconds left. Story just wins by default. Get out of there, Story. That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh my dear, Nemiga. They do not anticipate the quick flank.
That's just painful. Oh. Yeah, so hectic those rounds as you'll see as your T side, and like you've got bodies going down, people losing HP. It's understandable that maybe a gap is left open in all the chaos. But that is almost certainly sealed the deal now. 8 chances for sAw to right a lot of wrongs from Ancient. And you wouldn't bet against them to do it immediately.
I mean, I critiqued Zwei there in that round, not only for giving up the advantage, or sorry, kind of gives the advantage to sAw, but if Story did not have that aggression down mid so early on, he wouldn't have won that round. Roman now, so sneaky, playing around the top of Banana, supported by perfect utility. Roman finally does fool, but I feel like the damage has already been inflicted. Story had the opportunity to firm most certainly a victory here, but now with the fall of a Rostos, this round actually has potential, especially with Risky Bob coming through from long. That's the rifler down. Story isn't connecting any shots. That theme is going to continue, and the bomb should be planted for Nemiga in a 3 versus 2. And this round, it looked done. It looked like sAw were going to be already claiming 13. But for one more round, the CIS side do survive.
Playing a little bit longer. Hasn't been Leah's map, has it?
No.
This, I mean, he was so pivotal for map 1 that we'll let him off, but hopefully he's back. We hope he's back for map 3. This map's going to continue a little bit longer then. sAw. I'm not sure where the loss bonus is actually. Might be on minimum. This is a slam dunk pause in the following to sort out the buy. They're going to go in for it, or they might just choose to eco and think more long term. Either way, I'd like to see that discussion happening a little bit slower.
I think you have to purchase a double loss. Just gonna go through the rhythm of things, right? Utilize the Yorp AK. You've got, yeah, single round loss bonus. This indicates to me it's a double eco, so you're purchasing here.
I actually think the players to almost full eco on the remaining players.
Oh. I prefer this person. No.
The reason I say that is, I think when you're on 12, it's like, just maximize full buys. This isn't, I mean, most teams would buy here, but that's just my philosophy.
Yeah, for me, this is just like going through the rhythm. Like, this is just the standard. So you wouldn't, I guess you would have to eco twice in a row.
Yeah, but you might get multiple buys out in a row after that.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, let's focus on the here and now. Kastori has cracked this one open. Nemiga wanted to go for an apps pop. Surely can't anymore.
That's information. That's information of 2 in apartments.
Yeah, saw's 4A for now. Can't stay like this for long, though. Roman disperses his first smoke. Has another. U-Jokes are going to peel off. Brackets control. Getting claimed by this T side. In front of the smokes, though, Armu. Tiris doesn't last long. Story now comes back into the fray. Can't get a lot done. This is a hard round now for sAw, because how do you rotate? You're not really sure what's coming at you.
But you've just killed both players on B. And Story's cracked the cranium of Risky Bob. Oh dear. Nemiga, that was really nice mid-rounding. But it all falls very flat. 1 versus 4. This would be doubling Lear's kills. He's had a very rough game on Inferno, and that will continue. 13-5. The purchase, in the end, was the right idea. It worked out for sAw, and they never allow anything for Nemiga. They don't give any scraps. That was a very dominant map too, and we've had very dominant performances in both maps.
And because they've done so much great work. Nemiga. What went wrong on map 2? Didn't feel like they were in it. Lear was obviously... I mean, he set a very high bar, but didn't have his best second map. Do we need to see Lear back in top form to win this series?
I think I have a really easy answer to this, and it's something I commented especially on the T side for Nemiga. Zwei was getting horrific timings, and there was a good few rounds that if Zwei hadn't had those unnecessary lurks and losing on them, I think we might have seen more from Nemiga. For me, that's a really easy answer of like, he had that one fantastic round. 'Cause he's playing anchor roles, right? Like, it's hard for him to succeed completely on the C side. But I feel like we could have seen more from him on A. And I also think those lurks on the T side, like, he can't just be going in and dying at like the most unopportunistic times. That for me is a quite an easy response. More consistency from Khan as well. Didn't really... He showed up a little bit on Ancient. Wasn't needed. Inferno had the odd round. But him on the York would be very valuable to overcome Story as well.
Alright, it's game time. Ruse from sAw in mid. But doesn't pull a great deal of rotations. Still, though, it was only a 1A start for Nemiga, so they are out of position by virtue of their opening. U-Jerk snaps skulls to get us into this third and final map. And sAw, look at this, they pump the brakes. They decide, showing too much presence. Slow this down. When does Xanta get engaged with his flank? Still got Story lurking out in mid. There's a lot going on. Big kill from Story. And surely this is going to cause problems with the CT rotations. Now the bomb moves back towards B. Xanta's here. Timely frag from U-Jerks. This round is wild, but I think sAw have it in hand now.
Super, super, super important that U-Jerks gets that trade. If he didn't, all of a sudden, pandemonium. Great lurk out from Story, though. That is the round-winning play, realistically. We were praising the patience of sAw on map 1. Sorry, on map 2. Definitely not map 1. And it's cool to see it exhibited once more on the server. A very tidy pistol round for the Portuguese, setting them off in the right direction here on map number 3.
Yes, sir. Oh, it's an eco for Nemiga. Looking towards the rifles. Come the third round. So, shouldn't expect much in this one. We got 4A stack, 3-man boost here. But sAw is sending the troops elsewhere, the bulk of the forces. Mid is claimed for free, and Xanta is gone. Round over.
Just keep people alive. Just don't lose anyone else. Let the MAC-10s farm. Okay, easy, easy. I do agree. I think you mentioned Lear as well. You were talking about what needs to happen for Nemiga. He was evidently the most important piece of the puzzle on Ancient. Completely vacant. And as a Rostos tries to kickflip a Deagle, sAw are going to be looking to skate past this first gun round.
What have you got for us, Nemiga? Heavy air opening. They've given mid. Favour of fighting for these sites. Xanta in the meanwhile is going to get aggressive on towards those B stairs. Story post, but nobody in the sightlines at the moment. First that smoke and still can't find his much desired connection.
Ooh, that's a big opening kill from Khan. Nemiga now gonna sit back on the bomb sites. Xanta's being tested on B. Very abrasive swing that unfortunately doesn't succeed. Lear, oh, he's dead. He tries to go back towards default. The Molotov blocks him. Oh, he almost whipped back into it. I am shocked that Lear is alive there. However, I think sAw have done enough. Even though they don't get the kill, they draw a lot of pressure over towards B, and it leaves Zwei completely by himself. He is ahead of the utility for now, and that will actually grant him the first kill. Nemiga back in the driving seat, and here comes the rotations, spewing back in towards this A bomb site, and risky Bobbin's way, just not moving. This bomb site not capitulating. Zwei, perfect on the anchor.
Zwei's a hero. Commits a Tetris. First kill found, buys his time, waits for his teammates, then plays off his teammates' contact. Ideal in a round that sAw looked like they were about to recover in.
My god, it's a tactical pause.
Better late than never. And they need to discuss the finances. Story and Udos can buy it pretty healthily. Rostos could go Galil and get full util. They're clearly going to invest. Definitely got to sort out which nades they're going to need. The Rostos is yet to buy a rifle because he's asking, what nades do I need to buy?
Ooh.
He goes AK. So,
Ooh.
we're light on mollies and HE grenades. Good amount of smokes, but sacrifices have been made to get these AKs out.
I feel like this is Barry's worst nightmare as a Danish coach. It's like, where's the utility? Why we've got so many AKs? But okay, that round looked good from sAw. but they just couldn't get past Sway. And now, this round, at least they do actually win out those opening interactions towards round. Not Story falling without a trade this time. 4 versus 3, and they're playing very close and very personal, but unfortunately, that will be his downfall. Khan swings in, tries to pick off someone with the AWP, but he just falls back, taking a lot of damage, slinking off towards that B-bomb side, trying to save, but there's a very real possibility that sAw do not allow this to be the case.
All around. I'm going to keep plenty of numbers alive. Khan shows himself there is time for a hunt to play out. Moves up into the T-spawn. Does Story get the catch? No, he does not.
Sorry.
Knocked out of the air. Khan will survive.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Just about. I wasn't nervous.
Not at all. Never a moment in doubt. Sorry, those 2 shots from Khan both were out of the sky. Both players were mid-air shots. That was actually quite cool. Doesn't actually matter though, because that save is cool and it's decent damage on the face of it. But you lose the round. You do bring out the AWP again into round 5. Luxury of those 2 kills. Because he got the opening kill with the rifle 2 rounds ago. In the last round, he failed to have any impact. In this round, he's towards middle. It is cool that he's taking a lot of space very early on, but unfortunately, he's not actually going to be met with anybody. But he still does have a lot of impact by how much ground he controls in this round.
Oh, okay.
Playing a dangerous game here.
He is. Probably not long for this one. I mean, he's dished out a lot of damage. Util streams over to try and hold this T-side at bay. It's becoming a brutal affair. Khan called upon next, stuck behind the generator. And he's not long for this world. Story gets another. There's a mid-lurk in the meanwhile from Roman. Just throw endless bodies at the problem. And it seems to be working for sAw.
I think Ujux is back. He's taken a hiatus in some of these games recently, but the Glock burst completes the hat trick for him. That was quite an entertaining watch. Zway does well to actually get Roman in mid there. I think Roman showed his hand, and that's why Zway was very aware of it. Ninja? Oh. Wait, no. Alan?
No. He's got time.
What's going on?
What?
Wait, what? How does Story... Wait, what's just happened? Sorry.
What the heck?
How does Sway get away with the AWP there? What? Okay. This game, I really hope this continues, because this is a very entertaining, very turbulent, exciting first few rounds.
What just happened?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I'm guessing Story might have got 4-3'd. I think more likely actually is that he just isn't really looking at his screen because he thinks the round is over. Bizarre, but that's frags. That's bad money for sAw. That's an AWP now in this. I guess it's a sort of a half buy. Seems like a small thing, but this could doom sAw to double eco down the line in this half if they can't ever get their money off the ground.
This has been a very rambunctious 2 rounds, and I hope it continues. Okay, the AWP's been a consistent theme for Nemiga. They've done very well to bring one out, but in that last round, my fears were answered of like, okay, you've got the AWP, you need to do something with it. This round is kind of centered around the AWP once again. This is okay. Yeah, they never expected that quickly. Doesn't get away though. Artillery strike, honing into his position. Risky Bob. That was a very risky play to pick up the AWP. It's also a very risky boost. Muturus identifies it before there's any worry. 4 versus 4, Xanta though. I know. Stop it. I was going to say, my next words would be caught off in middle. However, that's not the case. Risky Bob, not known for his AWPing. And unfortunately, with no armor, he gets neutralized very quickly. Still a 3 versus 3. And this is some... They're just pushing through the smokes. Sway, it's held for though. I don't think Rossos was holding for the gap push. I think he was more holding for the flank, but it still works out regardless. And okay, surely no more shenanigans. Surely, right?
Stop saying these things. Anything could happen. Serious though appears to have had enough. Cleanup crew is here. It's a nerve-wracking day to be a sAw fan, that's for sure. But they survived the onslaught. Even say with a few guns, they've taken themselves out of double eco territory. And it's been compelling rounds for Nemiga, but I need some round wins. I need some traction. I need to break sAw's money. Because, well, Vertigo's probably about an even map these days. One round is obviously not enough at this point.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. I would have assumed that this like scrappy gameplay actually favors Nemiga, because that's what was really exhibited on Ancient, of just like it was chaos, and Nemiga was shining through that chaos. Okay, a really big round for both sides is like, does sAw just cement themselves on this T side, or does Nemiga throw some resistance? And already, Rostos's boost fails Xanta. He's had a very difficult time towards the B-bomb side. I don't know if you've necessarily noticed, but Xanta has been consistently dying very early on when tested. And also, great early damage. Risky Bob gets naded for 47, and Lear just takes a lot of damage from the Molotov on B. So sAw in a very good position right now. And some more there.
Oof.
Ooh.
Big reply. And Rostos might think he has more space than he does.
Yeah.
Lear is really biding his time. He equally doesn't want to face because he's low HP, but he's called the numbers over. Story, important kill. Now Lear faces. And Rostos is on location. And despite having the numbers here, the defense is whittled down. Fully crumbles. 6 for sAw. Eco surely to come for Nemiga. This has been a diresome series from map 2 onwards for Nemiga.
Seems like our fears are being quelled, because not only are sAw playing fantastically, 9-0 also up 8-1 against Apogee. It's actually just been a map reset. There seems to be a tech pause over on that game, but yeah, okay, that was a great round from Story towards the end. I was very cautious of Roman over-aggressing on A. I can understand the sentiment of trying to hold players over on that bomb site. And I think literally the only reason Risky Bob doesn't, or sorry, it's Lear that was close. I think the only reason Lear doesn't succeed was because there was no utility for Nemiga. I was thinking if there's a flashbang, he gets popped through, devastation will then continue. But unfortunately, Story's AWP really cleans up. Good to see him doing well. Gonna have to carry that form against 9Z. 6-1. These low buys though. I remember yesterday, I remember Bates. Feel like Nemiga's a team that you never want to count them out when they've got pistols.
No, sir.
Khan's got USP armor. Goated.
Oh my. That is bad timing to put out
no.
nades. Victorious down. Roman follows suit. The bomb is dropped. Okay, the bomb is lower. So we'll need to make some decisions. And Rostos' pressure has pulled a lot of rotations. And you jerks, with Story in tow, are starting to scout out this A side of the map. Surely Nemiga realizes soon that it's not going to be a B round anymore. So he continues taking space, no connection. Deep smoke though. Should buy his team a lot of space. Risky Bob equally gives up heaven control, so bomb plant should be on the cards. There's so much going on. sAw getting aggressive. They want to take the fight to their opponents. A bold move, but could pay a lot of dividends. Rosdos out of ammo. And of all the rounds, how is it this one for Nemiga?
Not gonna say I called it, but I did say, remember, those pistols can be the most devastating. And Zwei, I called upon him going on to Vertigo. I said, I think he could have so much more impacts. I know he can. And he's had some really big rounds. That one is a perfect example of it. 2 kills with the 5.7, very early doors. And then slays 2 more to accumulate 4 kills with the AK. sAw left very dazed and confused. I don't think they know what just hit them. And the big question, though, remains of, is that a flash in the pan moment? Nemiga, they have to continue off that success if it means anything.
Very slow opener for sAw. And they've used so many of their nades for this map control, and frankly, they haven't actually got that much out of it. Ramp is still in the hands of Nemiga. We're down to 1 smoke and 1 flashbang on Story, so we're going to have to contact in for space. Gotta save this for the side take. And Yudo's going to start working up. Quick check towards Ivy. B will be the port of call. Boost here. The teammate in tow works his way up the stairs. Story is over now with the smoke. Xanta could cause a lot of problems just by blocking front side, but does he expect a Rosdos this close? Wide swing almost means his death. Smoke, I don't think it's ideal. I don't think they know about a Rosdos. They do not. A Rosdos! 2 collected. Snake in the grass. Bomb though will not get planted. 17 seconds remaining. This time could prove to be a big problem. Looking for the frags before they plant. Khan gets another with the nade. 9 seconds remain. Ujerk sprinting over to lend a hand. Mac 10 in hand. He is gone. Bomb might be planted, but surely Roman gets found soon. Gets aggressive himself. This would be unbelievable. Can't get it done. Quad kill for Khan. What a hero.
Great utility as well. And I don't think he hit an easy shot that whole game, that whole round. Like, every single shot was very difficult and very necessary. The fact that he denies the bomb crossing to the bomb site, that sliver angle you get between generators and CT. Oh, baby. I was calling upon Khan a lot on those early few rounds. Be like, you have the AWP out. Can we please start seeing something? And there it is. Zwei has his hero round. Khan follows in his footsteps. Oh no. The game, those shots were so tasty. Those shots were too tasty. And, okay. We're taking a little breather. I think everyone needs to take a breather after that, because those were some very exciting performances. Those were some very exciting rounds. And all of a sudden, Nemiga are back in it. That is... I thought Roman might have actually won that when he got the bomb down. And, like, USPs were out, smokes were down. But Khan, to be fair, verticality, he climbs up and still succeeds.
I mean, these rounds are just pure chaos all of the time at the moment, so it's pretty hard to keep tabs on what is going on. Quick B stream update. It is 10-1. Soon to be 11-1 for 9Z. So can't quite say they're in the next round, but it would be a catastrophe if they weren't from here. So we'll assume the winner of our series at the moment will be playing 9Z at the rate we're going. And wow, it's gonna make for some broken hearts. At the end of the day, whatever happens.
Yeah, I think it's T-side nuke as well. So there's a lot of expectations that 9Z make it past Apogee here. And there was, like, from... If you looked at that 6-1 scoreline for sAw, you're probably like, oh, yeah, you know, they're cruising But I think they've started to get tested momentarily. We're back on Nemiga having a lot of rebuttal, and it had to be heroic from the individual. So what my question now for Nemiga is that you've had the hero round from Sway, you've had the hero round from Khan. We need to start seeing more like cohesion, not necessarily, oh, this one guy just won out the round for us. We need to see just like, okay, that was a good team round for instance. Like we need to, I think I'm looking at Xanta on B. He seems to be a real weakness for Nemiga right now, and I think they're abusing that very effectively. Lear as well in that mid play, like those two just aren't really finding success. And I think if I'm sAw, I'm looking to abuse that once more, like a Rostos just did in that previous round.
Yeah, I'm not sure where their money's actually going to be at now.
Eco?
Also, the round after might have played out without us being there. I don't know how quickly they can. You wouldn't have thought they could hold the game mid-round for a technical problem on our side. So I guess we'll wait and see. We'll let you guys at home know when we know, and we don't know at the moment.
HLTV, and it's still in the previous round.
Yeah. So who knows? There's obviously a bit of a delay to what you guys are seeing on stream and the game itself being played. Lear, again, not off to the best start. Sad to say. Just seemed to leave it all on map 1, man. Map 1 was absolutely nuclear, and since then, so much fun for him.
Yeah, I think he... Yeah. Like, what? He went 4 and 15. And if anyone is asking why that's such a big deal, it was because on map number 1, he went 22 and 11.
Is he cool for Nemiga? Have a look.
That is a great question. Yeah.
He does.
Okay. So we're not expecting him to be at the top of the scoreboard.
What happened on map 1 then? He was just shredding.
Yeah.
Absolutely shredding everybody.
Actually, yeah. What happened? I guess it's interesting that Mutrus was also on map 1. You know, he was the one that won the 1v2 on the pistol. He gave them contestability. I think sAw still take this map. Okay, I'm looking at HLTV. The next round, let's see if it starts. Money for sAw, if we are going into round 10, not great. They 3 point... Oh, they're buying. It was like 3.5 maximum on a Rojdos. And it looks like they have purchased into round 10. But I would assume it's Mac 10s, kind of that type of buy. And Nemiga also have really bad money because it was obviously 4 spy where I think 2 stayed alive. And then obviously just the solo save from Khan because it was the 1 versus 1. So both, I think sAw, even though they didn't have good money, they have the anticipation of, okay, we buy like Mac 10s, whatever, Galils, and we just try and reset the economy, get 7-3, be up against a low buy, cruise to the person.
Yeah, sure. Be interesting to see. We're hearing the technical issue might be a little bit more overreaching, so we're going to have to take a quick break. We'll bring the game as soon as we can, and hopefully it's not too long. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with the game real soon.
Suddenly, the heart and just feels heavy.
fingers crossed. We're back on top of the problem. Because we want to keep this going. We did miss a round, Freddy, so give us the 5-second wrap-up of what we missed.
Saw forced in, trying to kill Nemiga's money. Rushed A. Zway got a multi-frag. 3 players stayed alive for Nemiga. And they're up against Eco.
Thank you very much. Can't saw that more often.
Is that a saying that my cast is bad?
It was very succinct. We gave her a whole game in about 20 seconds.
Oh,
Perfect.
What?
Let's pay attention. You Jokes has just found 2 brutal kills. Goes wide. He almost found the head there. Oh my lord. This would be impossible. 1 to go for the 1-on-4 with a Tech 9 2K to kick it going. Zway is all that remains, and you Jerks at the moment feels like he will not be denied. He is though in the end. Wow. That is a statement from a man that hasn't played his best CS in the last few days. He is here to cause problems.
Do you know what my theory of that is? He gets the first 2 kills, gets the 3rd, and then starts panicking. That's when it starts getting scary. That's when it starts getting real. That's when it's like, oh my god, I might do this. And that's when we see maybe like, he starts spraying, trying to like catch off Sway if he pushes forward. Whoa, that got my blood boiling. Definitely got Nemiga's. Barry sitting on the edge of his seat there as well, being like, oh my god, what's just happened? But Sway's got 2 KD right now. And, oh, finally. Yes, Santa, finally. He's got kills on B. Unfortunately, though, you Jerks continuing on that fantastic form. Just rockets up towards the A bomb site. Uterus in tandem. And Nemiga, even though they have clawed their way back in, I'm being proved wrong as I speak. Story and Uterus now on a 2 versus 3. All 3 players retaking from CT. There's a boatload of utility, but Muterus taking the fight to Risky Bob. This is a beautiful play. Risky Bob none the wiser, but now Muterus is by himself. His teammate has fallen. A Molotov onto the bomb. There's enough time and smokes for Nemiga to not really care about that. Xanta's having a great round, and Muterus is not planned for him. There's no way he wins this out. 2 bullets, 14 HP. Xanta collects a quad kill. Fantastic from him as Nemiga even up the scorelines going into the second half. certainly have a game on our hands. You do not want to divert your attention away from this map. Map 3, Vertigo, sAw looked like they were in the driving seat. 6-1. They were about to park their car in the next stage of this qualifier. Play most likely against 9Z, who have overcome their demons against Apogee on their third map. But Nemiga have given the Portuguese a run for their money. 5 rounds in a row, orchestrated from a 5-7 round. Clutches galore. U-Jerks hitting bangers. Khan hitting bangers. This is a very electrifying game, and I could not tell you who takes Vertigo.
Loser goes home. Does not get any more brutal than that. Winner will play the winner of 9Z Apogee. They're later on. Seems like it should be 9Z, but playing with their food a bit at the moment, so we'll keep tabs on that one too. Either way, focusing up on the here and now. Serious, a couple pot shots. Not much found, but in the meanwhile, U-Jerks or a U towards A has taken a long range bullet to the head.
We're going to try wrap B, or maybe just go A if they end up finding kills. It seems like B is going to be the destination. Story. First line of defense. Spots out. Only 2. Muterus is in a very difficult position. Okay, this is perfect. That was a necessity of a kill. Now Nemiga have no real support. They are tunneled in towards middle. A very poor mid-wrap smoke allows U-Jerks to collect 2 kills on 5 HP. Zway and Khan, they've been on fire. These are 2 players I highlighted for Nemiga. The 2 versus 4, they know about Muterus. I think they have a pretty good idea that the other 2 players are towards middle. Zway's got the bomb, needs to make sure he doesn't die to Muterus, but Muterus does not play his cards. Rostos, very low HP, does fall. This is now very winnable for Nemiga. Muterus finally activating himself after residing in the shadows for so long. Roman needs to be very careful in the middle because they might just try and charge him down and head towards A, but Roman stands his ground. Zway, 16 HP. Can't take any bullets, and Muterus, who started off that round towards B, will finally reveal himself for the 7th.
Hung in the balance so long with that pistol round, and critically sAw wins without a bomb plant for Nemiga. They'll have to eco this one, surely. Looks like it. It's an all-important pistol round win for sAw. Got a Hero Galil? Okay, I was going to say. The glass cannon Hero Galil would be a new one.
Yeah, that would be a bingo checklist for me. Do you want to hear something crazy? I have never casted a 13-0 or a 16-0. I think I've had everything else checked off my bingo list, apart from a clean sweep.
I've covered many. 1 or 2?
I've had a lot of 12-0s, or like 15-0 halves. I've never had clean into the game.
I think I've only covered a few. I remember me and Mike casted. There was definitely a 13-0 in one of the first. I think Movistar Corey got it on Overpass. It was like, it must be only the I want to say it was maybe the 3rd game we'd ever covered in CS2. So that was fun. It must have been the first CS2 13-0.
That must have been that was when it was like real Wild West, right?
Yeah, it was mental.
Oh man, I remember just like kind of waking up and being like, oh, there's a new game. I'm covering CS2 tomorrow.
It was actually mad, those first few ones. There's also like the AWPers on CV side literally couldn't get a kill. They couldn't kill anybody.
Yeah, no one had any idea what to do. Every AWPer, if you were an aggressive AWPer, I was like, well, I can't play anymore. But we'll pick up this conversation in a moment because this is a really important round for Nemiga. They've kept themselves in a very good position. Never mind, this is best case scenario. You go 1-for-1 on ramp, pretty good. You take that space. You'll take that any day of the week. However, 2 more kills on the entry. Happy days. Muterus, the only worry for Nemiga now. He's found one. That's all he'll find. Really nice assertive play from Lear there. Pushes through the smoke. Gets the timing. Rosdos can't deny the bomb crossing. He gets the sound cues, but he can't exactly relay that to anybody. He does anticipate Khan. This is good awareness. Spots the barrel. Is this winnable? No. Xanta just peeks out. Okay, this game, it's never ending. This game is going to really continue to show some very exciting moments, I believe.
I've got another series to play later, so it's not quite lean towards never ending.
Never ending.
The buy's a bit grisly here for sAw.
Ooh, yeah.
We got low nades. There is no kit. No kit on the server. Rostos has spent a lot of money there dropping the Orb to Story, so we need to see that purchase justified. Where are you, Story? He's over towards this gap side. Goes wide. Gets a connection. Is the trade there? No. Story out of dodge. Important opening kill. Even more important, we didn't have the util to play out a slow standard round. That could prove very pivotal.
You're going to love this. Podgy just won a 2 versus 5 on the T side and now 4 rounds away from evening up the scoreline.
Yeah, when you say love this, more like hate this, I think.
Oh, okay. Risky Bob. That's a big kill. Puts it back into a 4 versus 4, but as soon as they find success, it all comes crashing down because Roman steps up into the fray.
They didn't have the bomb, man.
Yeah, they've just
They didn't
lost
have
it
the
as well.
bomb.
Yeah, there was 2
They might win
players
this
bottom
site.
round.
Materials is just a pistol, but U-Jokes is on the bomb. This is going to get real interesting now. 44 seconds. Nemiga surely now have worked out they need to make a move, but they don't have a clue about U-Jokes. No chance. No chance. U-Jokes might as well have just sealed the deal there, and then Roman's over to help. Risky Bob cannot win this round. He has not got time to get down there, get the bomb, find a kill, and then come back, and
There's no chance.
this is not possible. He even just dying before time runs out here. Of importance. Does collect 1, but the buddy system works perfectly. Roman and U-Jokes are the heroes.
Don't know quite what happened for Nemiga in that round because you had Risky Bob working middle. He obviously does good work and they end up taking B, but it seemed like Roman picked off 1 player that was sandbags, so close on ramp, and then 1 player deep, so a bit discoordinated, I guess, Nemiga. I don't know if there was a comms problem where, like, they were just pushing too many different angles and positions at once. I don't know. That round is Nemiga's if Roman doesn't collect both. Because even if 1 survives, that's when the bomb can rotate over towards B, and as you mentioned, Muterus is just on a 5-7, so Roman has given a lifeline to sAw, and he has been maybe my MVP for them today. Story is definitely contesting that. That's back-to-back opening kills for him. This time with the FAMAS as he lost the AWP in the previous. Money's still not great for sAw, so we definitely have kind of like, you need to be keeping this one clean as he only had 1 alive in the previous. That's the hero AK dead. Dante's picked it back up. He's got no armor, but if you hit instant headshots, I don't think it matters too much. Ooh, he looks away at the worst time. Okay. Crisis. Converted. It's cheap.
A bit funky, but all good in the hood. 10 for sAw. Risky Bob is going to be on a, would have thought a Tech 9 at best here. And Nemiga are running out of the time. Running out of chances. This gun round borders on a necessity. Lose this, and you might not be buying again until you're up against 12. It's an important round. Lear, in-game leader. Taking more of a backseat after map 1. Needs to make some superlative calls. But for now, the call is just the default. Nothing special just yet.
1-2-2. signifies to me that they don't really want to be putting massive pressure on ramp. Just feeling it out. Xanta's taking a lot of liberties over towards being on 11 HP. Very brazen from him. But I guess it works out, because look at the amount of attention that he's drawn over. Forced out utility. Oh no.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. Okay.
Whew. Well,
Another breather.
felt like my face wasn't on the screen enough, so I brought it up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's the same problem. Just so you guys at home know, the game itself, so the server the game is on is fine. It's our relay server, the GoTV server, that's having some problems. So the only silver lining is it's not affecting the competition, which is at the end of the day the most important thing. So hopefully we're back in there soon. That round will get played out off camera, unfortunately. So we'll wait and see. Keep an eye on HLTV to where that is going. A quick update again, I guess, on the other game. 11-8. 5 in a row for Apogee after their 4-spy win. So they're just about to lose this round, though. So
I think so. They did win
it's a
2 versus
decent
5.
try, but they might just fall at one of these last hurdles.
Yeah. Can you see that 2 versus 5 on when it was 7-11 is the win. They got 3 openers, and then Virtuoso and Polo wanted 2 versus 5.
That's upsetting. That's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Okay,
So
they hit
9Z
that point.
taking their time, but they're edging ever closer. They were up, what were they up? 10-2 first half, so
10-1.
10-1 first half. Oh, it's the HLTV getting confused with the reset and all that jazz. Yeah. I just want to get back to the Counter Strike.
I'm
Don't
interested to
enjoy these
see
tech
how that
pauses.
round plays out. It looked like Nemiga were going towards A, and sAw had 3 on B. So Xanta's util and kind of like Thane actually did do good things. But you doing alright, Alan?
Just about.
Yeah, just about.
Just want to see some Counter Strike. Okay, guys, same story as last time. Issues a little bit more widespread. So quick break, and when we're back, we will get back into the action. Apologies, and we'll get back going again when we can. We'll see you then.
Thinking about it way too long. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way, you know, and cherish the moment. Come on up and just let go. Come on up and just let go. No more competing, bound to your inner voice, yeah. Things seem misleading, just until you stop and make your choice. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way, you know, and cherish the moment. Come on up and just let go. Come on up and just let go. Let it 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 go. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, if we go down, if we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, if we go down, if we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history. Beautiful life, beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history. How can I save you when you're tangled in your lies? Caught up in the middle, I can see it in your eyes. Lonely in the corner, waiting for somebody to come and save you from the cold of night. Easily, we've been falling in disbelief. I think I'm ready for another try, but this feels like the last time. So why did you say goodbye? It's better to say goodbye. Why did you say goodbye? It's better to say goodbye. So why did you say goodbye? Quiet like the ocean, with the rumble running deep. This is how I see you when you hide your feels from me. Why you heavy-hearted? Cut the silence, talk to me. Release your mind, get what you need. feels like the last time. So why did you say goodbye? It's better to say goodbye. Why did you say goodbye? It's better to say goodbye. So why did you say goodbye? It doesn't matter. We seem too young to understand. For the better. The weather changes when we dance. Belong together. Catching sunsets, riding waves. We stay forever. Where the rhythm never ends. 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 Doesn't matter. We seem too young to understand. For the better. The weather changes when we dance. Belong together. Catching sunsets, riding waves. We stay forever. Where the rhythm never ends. 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 Where the rhythm never ends.
And Rio, ready to go. Sorry for that short intermission. We were 10-7. It was a 5 versus 5, and Nemiga, they tried to split towards the B bomb site, but Saw had 3 players there, so they cleaned up quite handedly. There was a saved AK on Sway. That's why we see him with 0 buckaroonies and everyone else on Tech 9s. Unfortunately, he's the first to fall here. Electric Star into round 19. So they're looking to close out this series. They're looking to join 9Z in the next round. Both teams got tested. Both the favorites drew blood, but ultimately, the Titans will advance.
Not over yet, but looking that way at the moment. This was just a half buy from Nemiga. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now we've got to. Now we're gonna focus up. Khan hits an absolute ripper. Roman decides to get back in tow, and Bob is doomed to the flank. Alrighty then. 5 chances for sAw. They have played a very good series after losing Ancient. Ancient was just bizarre in the same way that the bait game was yesterday. But since then, haven't put much of a foot wrong.
It is a weird series. Because, yeah, like, sAw from map, kind of reiterating your point, like, sAw from map 1 to 2 and 3, it's just completely different. And I think we highlighted it was like, what did sAw actually do wrong on Ancient? And it was like, well, maybe there was just an element of Nemiga and Lear specifically played just an unbelievable game. But okay. They would love to just end it off here. Khan not able to take ramp as assertively as he would have wanted to because of a team flashbang being poorly timed. And that could be the beginning of the end. Orozdos slurps up Xanta on the B bomb site. Story playing around these smokes towards Gap. He's in the hot seat. This is not an easy position to play. That's the first kill, and he gets away scot-free. A player on sandbags being baited in perfectly as well. Roman naded. Ooh, I think tag from that nade, like as in they heard him get hit by the grenade. But are they just actually not even clearing him? They're not. Roman peeks in combination with U-Jerks and sAw. It got very scary after map number 1. They put all our worries to ease and to rest, and they will advance a little step closer to Katowice.
Yeah, fairly comfortable in the end. A long map, but only by virtue of the tech pauses. Otherwise, it wasn't too bad. It was a 6-all first half, but after that second half, all good in the hood. Pretty much a flawless CT side.